What if the world had forgotten the taste of spring? Its warm kiss on your skin, the sweet scent of cherry blossoms carried on the wind, the soft promise that even the longest winter must end. That frozen ache, that quiet fear of a life stuck in endless cold, is the beating heart of episode 1 of Agents of the Four Seasons, Dance of Spring, which premiered on March 29, 2026. Like a lone traveler stepping out of a blizzard into the first golden ray of sunlight, this opening chapter pulls you into a snow-blanketed island where the air smells of frost and forgotten hope, where every footstep crunches like a memory you can't quite shake. You can almost feel the icy wind biting your cheeks and hear the distant echo of a song that once brought the world back to life. It is not just an anime episode. It is the first breath of renewal after 10 long years of silence. This is no ordinary tale. It is a gentle yet powerful invitation into a story about duty, loss, and the courage to dance when everything feels frozen, and by the final frame, you will be aching to know how one frail girl and her loyal guard can possibly melt the ice that has held the world captive. Streaming exclusively on Crunchyroll, with subs and dubs rolling out worldwide, Episode 1 wastes no time drawing you into its quiet magic. 10 years ago, something shattered the balance of the seasons, and spring simply vanished, leaving parts of the world trapped in an unnatural chill. Now, young Hinajuku Keo, the living embodiment of spring, and her devoted guard, Sakura Himadaka, arrive at the southern island of Ryugu, once a tropical paradise now buried under snow. They are here to perform a sacred ritual to bring spring back. Along the way, they cross paths with a curious young girl named Nizuna, whose innocent request leads them on a small but meaningful detour. What follows is a tender, heartfelt journey filled with small acts of kindness, quiet determination, and the first hints of warmth returning to a frozen land. No explosions, no grand battles, just 3 lives brushing against one another in a world that desperately needs hope. It ends on a soft, lingering note that feels like the first petal falling, leaving you hungry for what comes next in this larger story of the 4 seasons and the people who carry them. The episode unfolds like a careful dance itself, slow, deliberate, and full of grace. It sets the entire stage for the series without rushing, introducing the rules of this world while focusing on one small but vital mission. The pacing feels gentle and thoughtful, giving every moment room to breathe, so the emotional weight lands perfectly. There are no cheap twists, just quiet revelations that build a deep sense of wonder and urgency. The cliffhanger is not loud. It is a subtle shift in the wind that makes you lean forward, wondering what other forces are watching from the shadows. Fans on Reddit and social media have called it a perfect mood setter for spring anime, and it truly is. From the light novels by Kana Akatsuki, the same author behind Violet Evergarden, we know this episode adapts the very beginning faithfully. The cloudy parts that leave viewers curious, the exact reason spring disappeared for 10 years, the mysterious flashback of danger and escape, and why Sakura carries such heavy guilt, are left intentionally vague here. The novels reveal it stems from a painful abduction and betrayal tied to the larger conflict between the seasonal agents, but episode 1 wisely holds back, so you feel the same confusion and hope that Hinajuku and Sakura carry. It makes every small victory feel earned and every unanswered question pull you deeper into the story. Hinajuku is instantly captivating, fragile on the outside yet filled with quiet inner strength and deep empathy. You see her hidden wounds, the guilt she carries for the years she was gone, and the gentle way she chooses kindness even when it hurts. Sakura, her guard, is a study in fierce loyalty mixed with self-blame. Her every protective glance and trembling hand shows the scars of past failure. Their bond feels real and lived in, like 2 people who have survived something together and refuse to let it break them. Nizuna brings a childlike innocence that cracks open their guarded hearts. Their choices and soft-spoken words feel consistent and deeply human, turning these characters into people you care about from the very first scene. This episode quietly asks the big questions. How do you carry the weight of a world that has lost its warmth? What does it mean to sacrifice your own peace for something bigger than yourself? It is about renewal after grief, the power of small acts of compassion, and the courage to step forward even when your past tries to hold you back. Like the changing seasons in our own lives, long winters of loss giving way to the first signs of spring, the story shows how hope is not loud or easy, but something you choose to dance into existence. It manifests in Hinajuku's trembling steps, Sakura's unwavering sword, and Nizuna's simple wish to honor a loved one. You feel it in your chest. Survival is not just enduring the cold, but believing the thaw will come. The lore is introduced beautifully and naturally. Long ago, gods granted humans the power to embody the 4 seasons, and now these agents use song and ritual dance to keep the yearly cycle alive. We see just enough of Yamato's snowy landscapes, ancient shrines, and the sacred duty that binds these characters. It feels rich and lived in without without overwhelming you, making the universe feel both magical and deeply personal. The anime's careful pacing lets the world unfold like petals opening one by one. The script is gentle yet powerful. Every line carries quiet weight, nothing feels forced or cliché. The words linger like the last notes of a song, making you think about your own moments of loss and renewal long after the credits roll. The writing respects silence as much as speech, letting the characters' emotions speak through small gestures and meaningful pauses. Wit Studio delivers something truly breathtaking under director Ken Yamamoto, with animation advisor Kazuhiro Furuhashi guiding the flow. Character designer Namiko Tori gives each face and movement such delicate life. Art director Yusuke Takeda from Bamboo crafts snowy scenes that feel both cold and alive, with colors shifting from icy blues and grays to the softest pinks and golds as spring awakens. Stillness and sudden gentle movement work together like a heartbeat, the way snowflakes drift, then petals burst forth. It is not just beautiful. The visuals make you feel what hope looks like when it finally arrives. Ken Yamamoto uses thoughtful camera angles, close, intimate shots during quiet conversations and wider, sweeping views during the ritual that make you feel the vastness of the task. The editing rhythm is calm and poetic, mirroring the careful steps of the dance and amplifying every emotion. Kensuke Ushio's score is a quiet but powerful presence, with soft strings and traditional touches that haunt and uplift in equal measure. The opening theme Petals by Orange Star sets a perfect tone of fragile hope, but the real magic is in the silence and the gentle song of the ritual itself, sounds that stay with you like a warm memory on a cold day. Yuka Nuki as Hinajika Keo is a revelation. Her soft, trembling voice carries every ounce of guilt, kindness, and quiet strength, making you feel the character's soul. Yoshino Aoyama as Sakura Himadaka brings a fierce yet vulnerable intensity. Her protective tone and subtle tremors show the depth of her loyalty and pain. Nao Toyama as Nizuna adds the perfect touch of innocent wonder and hidden sadness. Kana Hanazawa's narration ties everything together with elegant warmth. Their performances make these characters feel like real people carrying real hearts. This episode left me with a warm ache in my chest, like the first real sunlight after months of gray skies. I smiled at the small moments of connection, felt my throat tighten during the ritual, and walked away feeling strangely hopeful about my own winters. It left gentle scars, the kind that remind you life can bloom again. The pivotal moment is not dramatic. It is a quiet collision of past pain, present kindness, and future possibility that changes everything in the softest way. It asks you, when your world has been frozen for too long, will you stay hidden in the snow, or will you find the courage to dance and bring the spring back for everyone? If I am honest, the gentle pacing might feel slow to viewers who crave fast action right away. Some might want clearer answers about the past immediately, but these are not flaws, they are choices. The deliberate, thoughtful rhythm mirrors real emotional healing and the careful art of the seasons themselves. What some might call slow is actually a respectful and beautiful way to honor the story's themes of patience and renewal. Episode 1 of Agents of the Four Seasons, Dance of Spring succeeds beautifully. Its greatest strengths are the heartfelt characters, stunning visuals, and the way it turns a simple ritual into a profound promise of hope. Its only weakness is that it ends too soon. You will immediately crave the next step. This is not just another anime premiere. It is the first tender bloom of a story that feels deeply personal and universally true. So here is the question I leave you with. If your world had been trapped in winter for 10 long years, would you wait for someone else to bring the warmth, or would you step forward and dance the spring back to life yourself? The snow is melting. The music is starting. Watch episode 1. The seasons are calling, and once you feel that first warm breeze, you won't be able to turn away.